Don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you.
Around this time of year, a lot of us tend to use the word ghoul. It's a cool and creepy word for sure, but we use it so loosely, so what does it really mean? Well, thanks to our friend William Castle for letting us know what it is, as he explores the concept of a ghoul in 1961's Mr. Sardonicus. The film follows a massage therapist in Victorian England, as he's called upon by an illustrious and mysterious millionaire, Baron Sardonicus. Baron's always wearing this very creepy blank mask over his face, as he explains he's fallen a victim to a curse of some sort after a dark deed he committed in his past. He enlists the help of the doctor to find a possible cure for his disfigured face. The movie brings up the concept of a ghoul and the harsh fate that any ghoul is destined to face. We also get a look into Baron Sardonicus' backstory and how he ended up with his disfigurement. We also have Krull, a creepy one-eyed character played by Oscar Homolka. He's very reminiscent of the deformed lackey characters of some of the most classic horror films. Although he came quite a bit later, he's gained a reputation as a memorable figure in weird 50s and 60s horror. Castle goes for the shocks in this film, and especially with the concept, there's sure to be a few money shots that serve their purpose here and there. This film actually reminds me a lot about the Eye of the Beholder episode of The Twilight Zone, especially when you see Baron's face. I'll admit, it's quite silly and corny, but they make it work for the movie's sake. It's not Castle's best work, but overall it's another decent chiller with twists and turns as always. This film's signature William Castle gimmick is the punishment poll. Yeah, apparently Castle arranged for the audience to all have cards with which to vote for Sardonicus' fate by the end of the film. And it's yet another gag by the master of movie gimmicks himself, with a neat way to interact with his audience. You've really got to admire Castle's spirit in his films. They weren't always masterpieces, but he wanted to interact with the audience and let them feel like they were always the top priority. His gimmicks were certainly corny, much like the films, but it's part of a dying art where filmmakers actually care for their audience and their experience. Maybe Castle didn't make the best films back then, but with him it seemed the audience really came first over money or any kind of superficial purpose. I wish more directors were like this today, and it would probably be pretty damn refreshing to tell you the truth. Today, most of them are just after your money. Castle seemed to be just one of the few that really wanted you to have a good time. And that's the real art of cinema, sharing an experience. They ain't how they used to be.